Hi Aquarius, welcome to your June reading. This is for Summer Rising Venus. Check out your other placements for additional messages, as this is a general reading. Messages may or may not apply, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't for the next person. I can be picking up on someone around you or someone you could be dealing with, so you might have to swap the roles. If this reading doesn't resonate right away, it may be something that happens down the line. If you'd like, you can keep this in your back pocket or come back at a later time. We're going to take a look and see what messages need to come through for you guys for the month coming up, June 2021. See what you guys could be currently dealing with or what you can expect. Get some insight, wisdom, guidance, and overall see what's going on. I hope you guys are doing well. If you guys are interested, you can check out my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, let's get right into this reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for June 2021. What's going on for my Aquarians? Any messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in June? Messages, please. Insight, wisdom, guidance for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, the deck is ready. Let's get into it. Messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in June 2021. The Cobra. Okay, you guys got a stack. Cobra, the Crow, and the Panther. Okay. Interesting energy. So we have fire coming out, double fire with Cobra and Panther. We also have air coming through, so your element is coming out with the Crow. Now, very interesting energies. I think the month of June is going to bring you lots of learning opportunities for you to grow, to evolve, to learn more about yourself. There might be people that come into your life, or people who are currently in your life, or even strangers or people you don't know that well that may just test you, especially with all this retrograde energy going on. We have Pluto retrograde. We have Saturn retrograde. We're in Mercury retrograde. At the end of June, we have Jupiter retrograding. I think we also have Neptune might be retrograding as well. We're gonna have a lot of retrograde energy coming up, okay? And there's gonna be lots of things to work through, lots of lessons that might be coming back from our past to see if we've truly learned our lesson and if we're ready for the next level. All right, there's going to be lots of opportunities to reflect, to learn, to grow, and to expand. So it's going to be a very interesting month for you guys. Some of you might be going back to school. Some of you might be studying something new or learning something new, picking up a new talent, a new hobby, a new skill that you might really enjoy. Some of you are really diving into your spirituality this month or really starting to connect with yourself. If not, you probably should make that a priority. I'm getting that, okay? And there's also the energy coming up of you guys needing to purge some things out of your life, getting rid of the unnecessary, getting rid of baggage, mental baggage, emotional baggage, physical baggage. If you gotta declutter your home, if you gotta do a little dusting, a little bit of spring cleaning. I know we're basically heading into summer. Why am I saying spring cleaning? Okay, it's a little bit delayed spring cleaning. Some of you have been pushed that off to the side, procrastinating. I'll do it tomorrow, do it now, okay? Clean your home. Freshen things up. Freshen things up before the new moon, okay? Because we have the new moon coming up soon, I believe. Or is it a solar eclipse? I'll have it somewhere on the screen. And if you hear snoring in the background, that's my dog snoring. She's tired. You guys, the weather's been really nice this past week, and it's kicking her ass. It's kicking her ass. Oh my god, and she's gonna turn 1 year old this weekend. Wow, how crazy time's gone by, like, so fast. It's just like, damn. Anyways, so off topic from the reading, but I just felt like, you know, I feel very talkative, you guys, so just roll with it. So, starting off with the Cobra, I just kind of gave you guys a little rundown. Now let's talk about each card individually. So the Cobra talks about learning, it talks about growing, and needing to just kind of pause and wait, you know, especially as we are in Mercury retrograde. It's not necessarily the best time to start up anything, right? If you have any new ideas, that's awesome. Brainstorm more, plan more, get your ideas straight, come up with a plan so that when Mercury goes direct, you can really put this into motion, okay? So just kind of take your time. There's no rush. Move at your nice, slow, steady pace. And even with the Cobra, it's just like you guys might be shedding old ways, old skins. And you're learning, again, like you're learning more about yourself. You may be discovering other parts of yourself that you weren't aware of this month, or you guys are having a change in perspective, or you're recognizing something that's completely different. Like, you're having some kind of breakthrough this month, but it's very positive, and there's just so much room for growth and expansion, right? We still have Jupiter in Pisces, and it's still like a very good time to expand and to build onto your ideas. And I think your last reading was about feeling a little bit blocked, creatives blocked from those out there that do art or some form of expression. Some of you have been way too limiting or ruling, like putting way too many rules on yourself. And you know, if you kind of took the advice from the last reading, you might be feeling like a breakthrough those blockages, and now you're starting to maybe feel a little bit more creative and inspired, because sometimes we can really get in our own way and become our own block, and then we just feel stuck, like we've hit a brick wall, and it gets frustrating, and then we just give up. But you guys are overcoming that, I feel. I think it requires you, some of you may need to go inward. If you've still been feeling that block, you're needing to work through it. There's a lesson here. There's a lesson for you to learn. And holy crap, she's snoring so loud. It's like kind of distracting, you guys. But with the crow coming out, now this is a very spiritual energy. Some of you are energy workers, healers, readers yourself, right? But to only tap into that kind of energy when you're in the right mindset. And maybe that's been a learning curve for some of you. Maybe you guys have been really swimming against the current. Like when you aren't in the right mindset or in the right energy, you're just kind of feeling a little bit off, right? We all have our off days. But you know, you force yourself to, and it just doesn't, you just feel stuck. It just doesn't make any sense. And like, you know, for your art, for anything that you do, any kind of work, if you are not in the right energy, just leave it. Just take a break, come back to it later, come back to it tomorrow, a few days, just take a break to recharge, okay? Because when your energy is depleted, you're just gonna get frustrated and try and get nowhere, and then that's just gonna be discouraging, right? So that could be a learning lesson for you guys this month, or recently you've been kind of dealing with that or recognizing that. With the crow coming out, like I said, this is very spiritual energy. This is also the energy of being extremely intuitive, having like that sixth sense, having this gut feeling about something. If you had any suspicions, if you had any feeling about something, a situation, a person, something maybe you should do, a little nudge, a little, hey, I should probably do this, I should probably get this done, or I should probably try this. Take the hint, follow the signs, follow your dreams. If you've been having super intense, vivid dreams, and maybe there's been a lot of symbolism, pay attention, all right? There's messages all around you. No, it's not a coincidence. Oh, it's just a coincidence. Oh, dreams don't mean anything. That's not true. How could you not believe that dreams mean nothing? They mean so much. They give you so much insight into like what you are going through and how you're processing things. There's actually like lessons you can take from dreams. How many times have you guys woken up from a dream and your perspective on something, a person, a situation has completely changed? I know for me, that's happened to me many times, and I'm sure you guys have experienced that as well. And maybe in the month of June, because the crow can also mention the dream realm, very just like the underworld, you know, kind of energy, especially with Pluto retrograde going on, is really highlighting that, and Jupiter being in Pisces, which Pisces rules the 12th house. So like, you know, there's a lot of this kind of underworld spirituality, seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown, like basically the realm that we don't see, but it's there. Like, I think that's going to be highlighted a lot for you guys. The taboo kind of energy that people are like, oh, that's so taboo, like that's so weird. But like, maybe you guys are learning more about that, or you are more interested in these kind of things, studying astrology, things like that, you know. It's very like fun though. It feels like exciting, okay? So that's another message. And then, of course, with the Panther, this talks about needing to purge. This talks about needing to clear things out. Anything that has you frustrated or fed up, annoyed, and it's taking away from your energy. Energy vampires in your life. People who don't respect you or don't care. And it's one-sided relationships, things like that. Anything in your life that doesn't serve you. Cut that out. Obviously, you got your free will, you do you, but this is the message saying, like, hey, it's time to get rid of some shit. So, Either you got to do the dirty work, or the universe will eventually step in and force you to do it. So it's much better if you do it out of your own free will than being forced to do it, or something happens, you're like, shit, I should have just done it back then, I should have known better, blah blah blah. So avoid it in hindsight, just do it now. Just do it now. Clean your house now. Unfriend that toxic friend off Facebook. Unfollow those people on Instagram that make you feel bad about yourself. Whatever you gotta do. If there's a person that is in your life that just takes, get rid of it. Okay, Aquarius? You don't need that crap in your life. And anyways, all it does is hold you back and limit you and prevent you from growing. Right? It's just like having a bunch of weeds in your garden, and your fruits ain't gonna grow because the garden is overcrowded with a bunch of weeds, taking away the water, the nutrients, and even the sunlight. So just remember that these little energy vampires, or just things in life, it doesn't even have to be a relationship, okay? But whatever it is, just, it's crowding your space, it's taking away from you, and you have to be the one to put your foot down and stand up for yourself. And sometimes a little bit scary, and sometimes these situations happen in our life so that we learn to not tolerate this kind of stuff. Just saying. So, yeah, it's crappy. Yeah, it's shitty. It feels bad. But there's the lesson. But it's up to you to see the lesson. There's always something you can take from a situation, no matter how good or bad. There's always something you can gain for your own personal growth. Right? All right. Interesting energy, lots of different things going on in the month of June. I'm liking it so far, Aquarius. Let's pull some tarot messages and see what's going on. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, what's going on for Aqua in June 2021? What's going on for my Aquarians, please? Messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June 2021. Oh, we have a card flipping out. We have the Seven of Wands reversed. Messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June 2021. Messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June 2021. Any messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June? Oh my god, Eight of Cups. What did I tell you? Walking away from something. It's almost like, oh my goodness. Okay, I need to get water because my throat is like acting up. So give me a second. Stay hydrated, my dudes. Drink your water, okay? Sometimes we need a little reminder. We don't realize, oh crap, I haven't drank water all day. Seven of Wands reverse, Eight of Cups, Six of Pentacles. Okay, let's get a couple more, or like one more. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June 2021. Any messages for Aquarius? Okay, thank you. Nine of Wands. Now at the bottom of the deck we have the Temperance card, Six of Cups, Judgment, Seven of Cups reversed. Some of you are getting clarity. What are you doing? Some of you are getting clarity on a situation. There's definitely some past energy coming up. Now the past doesn't necessarily mean it's coming back, okay? When people say the past is coming back, it doesn't actually mean that a person is coming back. Sometimes, yes, that happens, especially with Mercury retrograde. But sometimes it's just being reminded of the past situation. Sometimes it's about dreaming of these past people. Sometimes it's about remembering past experiences, but looking at things differently. The past coming back doesn't necessarily mean that your ex is gonna hit you up or show up at your doorstep, you know, like, right? I'm just saying, just keep that in mind. The past can come back up in many different forms, many different ways. So, but there is that energy of the past coming back up. Right? Okay. So let's talk about it. We'll talk about that after. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So, you definitely have walked away from some things in your life that were unfair, unbalanced, and you are putting your foot down, which is what I was saying, right? Some of you haven't. Some of you have been reluctant to, or fearful of, or maybe you've been making excuses, but now it's the time for you guys to put yourself first and to put your foot down. You need to remember your worth. I want to call you Libra. Some of you may have Libra in your chart. You need to know your worth, Aquarius. You deserve equal give and take in your relationships, not some one-sided crap. You deserve balance. You deserve fairness, respect, love. And so, some of you have recently walked away from something in your life that just was not giving you what you deserved. Asking, begging for the bare minimum. Hell no. You threw your stick down. Instead of constantly fighting for something, fighting for the bare minimum, fighting for respect, fighting for love, and getting just breadcrumbs instead, you just kind of gave up. You were like, you know what? This is not worth my time. This is not worth my energy. I gotta do what's best for me, and I gotta walk away. And that's what's happening here. And when you walk away, you're telling the universe you're not going to put up with that crap. You're telling the universe, okay, I know my worth, I know my value, I'm not going to shrink myself or settle for less and have people who just take, or like treat me poorly or anything, right? You're setting your standards. When you tolerate that poor treatment, you're just allowing people to walk all over you until you decide enough's enough and putting your foot down. And I think that's what's happening here. It's like you guys are reaching a breaking point. Like, I mean, come on, look at the Panther. He looks pissed. He's like, I'm so sick and tired of this, you know? He does not look happy. And it's like, you know, something, you woke up one day and you're just like, why am I putting up with this? Yeah. That's what's happening here. So now it's like, this is you. This is where you're at. Nine of Wands with the Six of Pentacles. You want fairness. You want equality. You want balance. You want peace. You want love. You want respect. You don't want to be constantly begging for the bare minimum. You know your worth. Those in your life don't give you the same energy. Then you either need to readjust your boundaries or you need to simply walk away. Obviously, in relationships, in life, in general, it's never going to be 100% 50-50. Some days, someone can only give you 30. Some days you can only give them 30. It's not always going to be 100%. You gotta put yourself first, and just as those in your life, they have to put themselves first too. But what I mean by unrequited relationships, connections in your life, is like when you are constantly giving to the point of exhaustion, and then when you have nothing left, which is very unhealthy even for you, for those that do that. And trust me, I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. A lot of us have. It also comes down to us. Why are we draining ourselves? We need to have those boundaries, right? We got to set our boundaries. We got to put ourselves first instead of draining ourselves for those that just overstep, you know? It's like you give them an inch, they'll take a mile, right? You give them an inch, it stays an inch, you know? I don't know, you get me? So anyways, it's like, I think it's very important, or you guys are learning this month, setting boundaries, how important it is. And if they aren't respected, bye-bye, right? You're putting yourself first, you're realizing your worth, or you're really just sticking to, that's it. That's facts. You can't cross this line. If you do, see you later. Anyways, yeah, so Temperance coming out. Ugh, I'm like really stuffed up all of a sudden. I apologize. It's very annoying. Temperance coming out, Sagittarius energy. What else do we have? We have some fire, water, earth. We actually don't have any air in these cards besides the crow. Oh man, she's snoring. I hope she's having a good sleep. Anyway, Saggy energy with Temperance coming out. It's talking about bringing balance, bringing peace. Because perhaps these connections, these relationships, these things in your life that were feeding into your imbalances, but not anymore. Now that you walked away, or now that you set the boundaries and you recognize your worth and you've learned this big lesson, that's created peace in your life. You feel stolid within your decisions. You're not second guessing yourself or wondering, did I do the right thing? Am I overreacting? Am I this? Am I that? No, you are firm. You are certain within yourself, and nothing can change that. You guys are focusing a lot on your healing, spending some more time out in nature, grounding yourselves. You guys are highly protected, being watched over. You know, and just making sure that things in your life are fair. Simple as that. Now, Six of Cups, Judgment, Seven of Cups reversed. Six of Cups and Judgment. So this is talking about looking back at the past, or the past is coming back up. In some way, some form, some shape is coming up for you to deal with, for you to look at, for you to see the lessons, for you to... Because obviously there's something here that you're going to be getting clarity on, or you're going to be understanding something differently, or gaining a new perspective on, getting clarity on something that maybe has you confused, or maybe you didn't really understand, right? Maybe you were attracting similar people in your life that weren't respecting your boundaries, that weren't giving you the energy you deserved, and maybe you gave more of yourself than you got back, right? And we tend to attract certain people in our life to teach us these lessons that we're needing to learn. And so maybe that's what you're realizing here. With the Seven of Cups reversed, maybe you're looking back at a situation you walked away from maybe many months ago, many years ago, and now you're like, oh, I see the lesson. I get it now, Spirit. I get it. I understand. Right? That's a possibility. And if this is recently, again, you are getting some sort of clarity on something. You are seeing things from a new perspective. Even in the Six of Cups, right? Looking back at your younger self. Your self where you didn't really know any better, or you were just going based off what you knew back then. So be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself, send loving energy to your younger self, your past self. We really only got the present moment. The past is in the past, it's over and done with, it's just a memory. The future, it hasn't happened yet, but again, send good energy to your past self. Send good energy to your future self. Because it really does be making a difference. When we beat ourselves up over things we can't change, over mistakes we made in the past, we're not healing our past self. We're not healing that wounded inner child. We're just beating ourselves up. But really, back then, that's all we knew. Based off what we knew back then, right? We didn't know the lesson. We didn't see it then. And that's okay. And instead of feeling regret and resentment to yourself back then, just send loving energy. You've learned the lesson now. That's what matters. You can't go back and change the past, but you can move forward and learn from it and never have to go through it again. So with Judgment and the Six of Cups coming out, Seven of Cups reversed, I think you are just looking back at this past experience, whether this was yesterday, whether this was a week ago, month ago, year ago, it doesn't matter how long ago, okay? The past, it's still in the past. Me saying that 2 seconds ago, that's in the past now. It's in the past. Like, you get me? Like, anyways, you're having a breakthrough, and it's like you are flying this test with flying colors. Wait, you are passing this test with flying colors. Did I say that right? You guys, Mercury retrograde's been fucking with me. It really has. It really has. It's a bit of a toughie, but, it is what it is. Just gotta roll with it. So, my words have been a little bit backwards. But yeah, so that's really what I got for you guys, this read. Very important lessons being learned here. But you're passing with flying colors, and you're feeling just more at peace with yourself. You learned more about yourself, your worth, what you will and will not tolerate, setting boundaries, and recognizing it's okay to walk away when you feel like the energy's not reciprocated, or you're not respected, or whatever. Your feelings are justified, right? Your feelings are valid. Yeah. So, and I knocked all my crystals off my selenite. But that, okay, we'll just leave it. It meant to be like that, I guess. Let's get some Tikashi messages and wrap this reading up. Very short, sweet, and straight to the point. I hope it was helpful for those that resonate with this. Alright, any Tikashi messages for Aquarius, Sun, Rising, Venus for June 2021? Any Tikashi messages for Aquarius, Sun, Rising, Venus regarding this reading for June 2021? What Tikashi messages do my Aquarians need? Any Tikashi messages for Aquarius, Sun, Rising, Venus? Okay, alright, we have a card flipping out as well. Power, beautiful. Honesty, and change. Ooh, okay. So, honesty. Be honest with yourself. Be honest in your thoughts. What could you try to hide? There are no secrets in the universe. Tell the whole story, don't hold back. Allow yourself to be open and honest, and the world is open and honest with you. Great pearls of wisdom and jewels of delight flow into an honest heart. Let it be yours. Power. You have control over your life, know your power and your own worth. It is time to acknowledge all that you've created. Are you allowing others to overpower you? When times are difficult, think about what you can achieve. You are never powerless. It is time to acknowledge your power and feel your empowerment in every word you speak and every action you take. And change. Nothing stays the same. Everything is meant to change. Do not feel insecure within change. Rather, embrace the diversity and dance in the face of what may seem like upheaval. Transitions may create shifts of awareness or alteration of physical situations. Life is a constant stream of changes. See the growth that emerges, enjoy the results and the transformations, then let go and allow more change. Beautiful energy, Aquarius. Wow. So that is what I got for you guys for the month of June. If you guys found this helpful or insightful, please let me know in the comments below, as well as leave a like, subscribe. You can always turn on the bell notification so that you are notified when I upload. If you guys are interested, you can check out my Instagram at JadeStoneTarot. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.